Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes. Hello, Prem. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
First of all, congratulations. I am individually I'm very happy, Prem. 170 rank, awesome rank it is. But I know how much hard work you put into onto it. So my question is, first of all, you are from Varangal. So I got some calls from Varangal. So the district people are also happy about it. So, what is your first feeling when you got the 170 rank?
Uh, First, I would like to thank you so much for the congratulations and all the mentionings about me. So, yes, sir, Varangal is again an important part in my entire perspective that I've got towards the civil services because we all know that Varangal has certain historical and certain uh, architecture and values. Like if you see even the Telangana movement, it is the actual capital city of that movement. So there is certain values, and that perspective also broadened, and that was also something that is part of me. So yeah, coming back to the second one. So the first reaction initially was surprise. So
Yes.
that was my first reaction. Like I didn't believe that I've got 170. When one of my friend called me, like I was not checking, I was not expecting the results on fourth.
Yes.
So it was a utter shock to me. And
Yes.
then I was asking him just not to joke with me at least like 2 days before these results and all. And then he said, no, if you disbelieve me, ask someone else. I thought, okay, I don't trust you. I'll check myself.
Yeah.
And when I've just cut the call, I've got two other calls continuously.
Okay.
That's when it got confirmed. Okay, now, okay, 170 is something that I've got. And now
Yes.
I'm in the list.
So you were searching or you were doing Control F?
No, I didn't search at all. That is what, sir. Actually, I intended to do that. But
Uh,
because two other calls came, till now I didn't see the list also. Even I don't
okay.
know if it is officially confirmed or not because so many people have said me that I've got 170. I'm just going with that belief. I didn't
So
even check
you
till now.
very nice, very nice. That happiness is different.
Yeah,
That belief is different.
true.
Yes. So I know about you. You are from you waited you for prepare for civil services.
Yes, sir. That on-site assignment, even though it was very short term, it's not that long term. So yes, but during that time, the money is not a big part. Basically, even whatever the work I've done, Cognizant Technology Solutions, most of it is in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I realized after a few years in working in software is that money doesn't give you that satisfaction because initially, because of the financial situation of family, I've joined that job.
Yes.
And once it got stabilized, I realized that in the long career of 35, 40 years, you can't have money as the one reason to look forward because you can't wait just for the start of the month, that is first of the month,
Yeah.
and then just spend rest 29 days again looking for the first.
Yes.
So it is
Yes.
something other than that that should drive you every day.
Yes.
So
True.
in search of that, I was evaluating various other options, right
Yes.
from CAT, NGO, or even
Yes.
startups have seen. So
Yes.
after evaluating everything, and then also in parallel, my understanding of society got better because of
Yes.
reading news and getting updated with the current events and all. So
Yes.
all that have contributed towards an awakening that there are other options also, and
Yes.
can contribute to the society, and you can derive satisfaction from that.
True.
So I thought civil service is the best platform to do that. So
Yes.
that's how I've got into this.
So, can you please inspire or tell something for the new aspirants who are going to write their prelims 2020, how they can sustain their motivation for such a huge, uncertain, long-driven examination?
Yes, sir. So this is very big question. So I'll address in parts. So first thing, motivation regarding yes, even many of actually you will be more aware of this because you would have seen many students. So yes, so the consistency is the key here because we usually tend to kind demotivated in the preparation because it's such a long haul. So what I try to do to overcome that is I believe that it is interest that matters more than the passion, more than the other things to drive you long. And this interest you have to generate even artificially sometimes, because many of us will be inclined to certain subjects. For example, some might like geography, some might like history, some might like polity, and we might not like some subjects. So wherever we don't like it, don't try to force upon it by reading that the same text.
Yes.
Read instead that text in an interactive or creative form. For example, text is not the only way to get the information. There
Yes.
is other sources like audio,
Yes.
video, infographics. So
Yes.
there are many other sources. For example, I would like to quote an example here. Like I personally face, this is my personal experience. I don't want to generalize. So that's why I'm mentioning this disclaimer.
Yes.
So if you see geography NCRT, like class 11th, usually after reading 10 pages, I would almost fall asleep,
Okay.
because they don't have any diagrams in that, and it's completely a theory topic.
Yes.
So I tried it, completing it many times, but I didn't, but was unable to. So what I did is I made it, and I made sure that there was an alternative available. It.
Okay.
So there was an website called metoffice.gov.uk.
Okay.
So where you have videographic information of entire geography concepts,
Okay.
like you have El Nino concepts explained there.
Yes.
You have everything, like right from different types of clouds and all.
Yes.
If you just spend like 4 hours on that site, you'll be
Yes.
able to know all the concepts crystal clear. So you don't need to force upon reading your geography NCRT. Instead, do this and then go back and read that. Or if you have any concept discussed in geography NCRT, there might be black and white pictures and there might not be that clarity. Search it in Google Images, search that concept in video. So in this way we can maintain that interest, and then automatically consistency will come.
Yes.
So this is something worked for me, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for the geography insight which you gave. So most of the viewers and the students, you got a very good website source now. Thank you, Prem, for such a great source. For why? Because I know a lot of students, for them geography is a big liability. So apart from it, how you did your mains preparation? Means what about test series? Whether daily answer writing is necessary? We have to practice answer writing. Whether is it true that we have to practice answers?
Again, there are two parts, sir. So I would say yes, it is definitely necessary to practice answers, but whether you have to practice it daily or not, this is something depends on an individual perspective or his orientation. Because coming to me, I have imitated the same topper strategy that I mean, I've heard many toppers saying that you have to do daily one answer at least. So I've tried doing that, like daily writing two answers for around 10 days.
Yes.
But I found it, I mean, I'm not suited to do that. So because every 5 days I used to write, but I didn't check the answers. Even if I check, what I used to do, I used to read and then immediately write. So the
Yes.
reproduction will be always of top notch. But
Yes.
whereas if you see, you have to write 20 questions and 20 on 20 different subjects,
Yes.
and that too on a whole syllabus.
Yes.
So you might be comfortable in one question, but not the rest of the 19. So
True.
that is where the actual challenge comes. So
Yes.
that is when I realized that it is something that I need to do full length tests.
Yes.
So instead of doing daily answer writing, what I did is after prelims, like there were around 90 days between prelims
Yes.
and mains.
Yes.
Of that, about 50 days I wrote continuous tests. Like
Yes.
around I completed 50 full length tests for general studies and optional including.
Yes.
So because of that, it's like 50 full length tests. It gave me immense practice.
Okay.
And the second important thing, the mistake that I committed in the first attempt, I was able to rectify. That mistake is, in first attempt, I didn't do enough practice of full length in time format. This was the thing that I did, like daily answer writing, or at least I used to do sectional wise tests. And
Yes.
I straight away went to the mains.
Yes.
So in the mains, I was not able to complete 20 questions at all. I was able to complete only 17 questions of 20 in first attempt. So
Yes.
that's why I made sure that this time I complete all the 20 questions in 3 hours in the practice test itself.
Time
So I would
management.
advise everyone to commit as many mistakes and do the time management before the test, so that in the actual UPSC means you will not do any mistake. And
True.
this time it helped, and it was like I was able to complete GS paper at like 5 minutes before itself.
Very nice. Yes.
So that is the importance of practice. But
Yes.
whether doing it on a daily basis or full length is something that an individual should take a cognitive choice. So he should evaluate himself, and then whether if it suits daily answer writing, then he should go for it. If not, try this.
I can understand how much rigorous practice you might have did. Why? Because GS answers is in a marathon where no one can complete 5 minutes early. So that's a very great achievement.
Yes.
Yes. Which board you are, Satya, ma'am?
No, I have got Manoj Soni sir board.
Yes. Can you please share your few experiences, like any tough questions you faced?
Okay, sure, sir. So part of that, I would also like to, tell you that the not only interview, but even pre-interview period is very important for the performance in interview.
Yes, sure.
Especially the 30 minutes where you wait for your turn to go to that board.
Yes.
Because I found it like a very important thing, because in the mocks wherever I go, whenever I rush to that interview directly, not trying to calm my mind, or trying to revise and then go to the any mock interview,
Yes.
I used to not do that well.
Yes.
But when I realized this, and when I tried to calm my mind, like sit, wait for 10 minutes and then crack jokes with people and then get into a happy mood, and then you go to the interview, that confidence is altogether high.
Yes.
So same thing I applied for this UPSC interview as well.
Yes.
So after going into that waiting hall, I didn't even touch any newspaper. I didn't even all the other aspirants were checking some notes, facts, and all.
Yes.
So instead, I tried to have small talks with other aspirants.
Yes.
So that cheered up me, and the
Okay.
same mood I've carried forward, and that worked for me. So this
Yes.
is something experience I want to share first. So coming back to your question, sir, like how was the experience?
Yes.
So my experience, I would say, was bit different from other transcripts that I've read,
Yes.
because they didn't focus much on the DAF nor on the current affairs,
Okay.
but the focus was more on the case studies.
Okay.
So like of total about 30 to 40 minutes, they have focused 20 minutes on case studies itself. They've asked me 10
This
case
is
studies.
unique interview on case studies. For the first time, I am also listening.
Yes, sir. So it's all started with Manoj Soni sir board asking me, like by 2047 we would be celebrating 100 years of independence for India.
Yeah.
So you are an young man and you might be a foreign secretary by that time. It seems like you have got IFS as preference. So tell me, what is your vision for India for 2047? So it was a complete shock for me.
Yes.
So what I did is, instead I took a pause and asked him permission to take note on that
Yes.
paper there.
Yes.
So I've just noted down quickly 3-4 points and then told him.
Yes.
So that actually gave me enough pause to think and then write down the points and then explain them well.
Yes.
For example, I've told the first thing, like, sir, if you see, we have been told from many generations that we are going to become an superpower, but it never happened.
Yes.
At least by 2047, I would like to see India becoming a superpower. But
Yes.
does that doesn't mean superpower like an America or an China. I want India to redefine the meaning of superpower, where we don't want to unilaterally occupy the institutions, global institutions, but instead want to work for the developing world and for everyone. So this is something which I intended to do, sir. First thing. Second, I said, irrespective of how much we are externally powerful, it is internal strength that matters, sir. So we have to be internally strong to ensure that we don't collapse even when we succeed in externally.
Yes.
So that is second thing. Third thing, I said, sir, if you see, our Indian population is women, and until unless we don't utilize their potential, we'll never have our growth or any power sustained.
Yes.
So we have to definitely work for the gender equality, sir. So these are the three visions I have. I told him. So from then the case studies have started.
Yes.
So after saying this, then it came to Gandhism. Like he asked me, "Do you think Gandhi is relevant today?" I told, sir, absolutely, there is no question at all. I just told in the same slang and with the same confidence. He was like, why, man? Why are you so assertive? Like, you can think and even answer again, because many people nowadays, youth, are not totally connected with the Gandhism and all. Yes. So he told this. So, sir, I said, sir, maybe because if I wouldn't have read Gandhi's political thought, or wouldn't have read about Gandhi, maybe I might have agreed with you. But after reading this, I don't think it is the relevance of Gandhi, sir, but it is how much we know about Gandhi that is the problem, sir. Then he immediately told, like, then what should we do to make people know about Gandhi? So I told sir, and my hobby is also visiting war museums. So
Yes, yes.
immediately I've connected with the museums. So
Yes,
I told them like, sir, why shouldn't we have Gandhi museums? We should have Gandhi museums more. We should have Gandhi trains. We
yes,
shouldn't read only in books. We should have
yes,
live plays. We should have movies. We should have short films. So
yes,
this way we can actually, now the youth is completely millennials and the digital
yes,
youth. So we should
yes,
reach them through their means.
yes, yes.
I've told them this, and then the case studies uh, like they went to an extent that the final question the chairman asked was like, "Have you been ever angry in your
Yes,
life?"
yes.
I told him, "Yes, sir, I was angry, and it was very recently." Then he said, "Okay, narrate it as well." So I was like surprised. I thought, okay, he might move on to other question, but he asked
Yes,
me to narrate that.
yes,
So I've told him like what happened genuinely
yes,
with all honesty.
yes,
Like I told him, sir, I was angry with my sister and we almost quarreled. Like I
yes,
told him like almost I was able to, kind of uh, hit her. So it is a kind of negative thing to do because
yes.
we are talking about gender equality, and then
Yes.
I'm telling that this is something that I did.
Uh,
So I've explained him why I did because, sir, I told like there was an important deadline for my sister's admission,
yes.
and despite giving her uh, multiple I've called
Yes.
her to multiple times
Reminders.
to remind
Yes.
her.
Yes.
Despite that, she didn't do. So I was quite angry with her. So that is why we quarreled, sir, and all that I told him. And
Yes.
then he said, "Okay, okay, young man. Now let's see. Like now, if you are a district collector and 10 of your subordinates are not doing the work at all, and you're completely angry with them, so what will you do? Will you fire them?" He asked him. He asked me. So then I told him, "Sir, no, sir. This is precisely the lesson that I learned from the last episode. It is there is a genuine reason why my sister didn't do.
Yes.
Without knowing that I've acted. So
Yes.
this is something I want to implement here." I told him, "Sir, if first I will try to know why they didn't do this.
Yes.
If there is a genuine reason, then I will try to work on that.
Yes.
If they are doing it intentionally, then I'll pursue the legal course." That is first thing.
Yes.
Second thing, sir, by the time I will know the reason, my emotions will come under control and I'll think by reason. So there is
Yes.
less chance of taking emotional decision. So that
Yes.
is when he was, I think, a bit satisfied.
Convinced. Yes.
Yeah. So it was something like this. Like when I told the first incident, it was like I put myself in a trap,
Yes.
and then I was able to link the same incident and was able to come out of the trap. So
Yes.
that was something I think helped me actually in the interview.
Yes. True. So is really this mock interviews will help?
Yes, sir. Definitely, they will be. They are very much helpful, but
Yes.
it depends. Like it depends on the person how he takes the feedback.
Yes.
Because there are some interviews where they will completely push you down,
Yes.
and there are interviews where they just say that you are completely fine.
Yes.
But there are some where they give genuine feedback where we can work on. So
Yes.
those are important. So we as aspirants should be able to judge that and take whatever is necessary or reasonable and work on
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
that
True.
way mocks will be very helpful.
Yes. True. So, for the finally, 2020 prelims who are going to attempt. So, what you can tell to them?
Yes, sir. So before telling that, I would like to also highlight here one thing. Like, if you know, like you have took my two of my mocks, like one with
Yes.
Fortune IS and then second with the CSB. So
Yes.
there definitely this is the part I was able to tell, like where the genuine feedback that was given, I
Yes.
was able to work on that so that the mistakes were not done in final interview. So
Yes.
that way it was very helpful. Yes, sir. So coming back to, sir, can you repeat the
Prelims.
question once again?
Prelims 2020. Whoever are writing aspirants, new aspirants preparing for prelims 2020. Why? Because 60 days are left. So, can you please give your insights how they have to plan this 60 days?
Okay, sir. So I assume that like by this time they would have been completed their foundation.
Yes.
So I would advise it's like strictly based on the 60 days.
Yes.
So what I would advise them to do is do as many mock tests as possible, and that to full length. So
Yes.
from now, at least they have to start doing two full length mock tests per week now, and
Yes.
then increase it slowly from two mock tests per week to three, and then four, and then subsequently 1 month before it should be something like every day a test.
Yes.
Like that will help them most than any other revision.
Yes.
And second thing, whenever they are doing the mock test, if they are doing the test for 2 hours, the analysis part, they have to spend time for about 3 to 4 hours. Like
Yes.
they have to analyze where they are doing the mistakes.
Research orientation. How, why they are,
Exactly.
yes, yes.
Yes, sir. So like if we commit a mistake, then we have to know the entire concept from there and then. Like
Yes,
suppose
yes.
if you have committed an basic article mistake, or
Factual
yes,
article.
factual
Yes,
knowledge or even the conceptual knowledge. Sometimes we
yes,
might not remember the exact concept. There
yes,
might be some ambiguity. Then
yes,
immediately we should go beyond the solution. We should
yes,
go and we revisit the notes and read there and then
yes.
go for the next question analysis.
Okay.
So if we
So
do this
do
way,
one, do perfectly.
perfect. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
So this way, if you do one in the morning, then spend rest of the 4 hours in analysis. So analysis part should be more than actual
yes,
test. This
yes,
way you will reduce the mistakes. It might be happening something like like people might take more time to do this part, like in the initial period, the
yes,
analysis and all. But once you do this regularly, your time period will completely shorten.
yes,
So that is one thing. And second thing, apart from doing tests, uh, exactly 15 days before, I would
yes,
advise all of them to do only UPSC previous year papers. That is very,
okay,
very important, because usually every institute will have certain kind of framework, and
yes,
there might be only 10 or 15 questions out of 100 questions which are of UPSC standard. Rest of
yes,
all will be their framework.
yes, yes,
So to get our mind out of that and to get tuned to the UPSC framework, we have to practice only UPSC tests 15 days before. Like take the
true,
last 10 years papers and only practice them, so that you will not have any surprises when you go directly to the test center.
yes, true,
So these are
very
the
true,
two.
yes, very true. Last, I told last, but one more last.
Sure.
How you celebrated last 2 days?
Yes, sir. So it's a quite celebration, and from the time the
So
results
you,
came.
I believe that you got nearly 400 phone calls.
Yes, yes, definitely, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely. So from the time I've got the results till now, I don't remember anything like what I've eaten, like what I've wore or anything. So
Yeah.
that is the celebration I can just express in.
See, Prem, you are really desirable person. I know you since last 1.5 year. I know you personally. It's
Yes, sir.
really great. You're desirable. You have the enough knowledge. You're very UPSC. You are going to. So how you are going to keep your promise when you become an IAS officer?
I don't want to, convince this by telling or by talking. I would rather want to do this by action.
Yes.
So just see me like when I'm in that service and doing that job.
Yes.
So then that would actually answer this question, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Prem. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.